Am I the asshole for not canceling long-standing plans so I can attend a barbecue that I just found out about? My wife and I made plans back in January with a group of friends to go to a beer festival in the mountains. My father-in-law has a rental property in the mountains, which we reserved for the weekend, and we all got tickets to the festival. It's 3 families and some other friends, so about 9 people total. The festival is Labor Day weekend, and my grandparents invited us and some other family to a barbecue that weekend. But we won't be able to attend because we're doing the beer festival. I texted my grandpa and let him know we wouldn't be able to make it, because we already had plans that weekend, and he said he understood and that it was no problem. But then my mom texted me, asking why we couldn't come, and I told her why. She told me she's very disappointed and that I need to make this barbecue a priority and that I should cancel the plans to go to the beer festival. She then goes on to guilt trip me, saying my grandparents are in their 80s and we won't have many more opportunities to get together.
Okay, we kept saying, Great Grandma Jabrowski, this might be her last year, her last Christmas. We gotta make sure we go see her for Christmas. Yeah, we said that for 20 years. She just never died. Which, I mean, great. You know, she lived a nice old age, but oh my goodness. How many last Christmases did we have with her? So many. I feel like that's not a valid thing to say to someone because unless they really are terminally ill. If they're just old, no, that's not no. They're gonna live forever.
I picked this one because your family said that to you about 3 different grandparents.
Yes. And then my grandma, not my great grandma, my grandma did the same thing. This might be her last Christmas. She lived to 99. No.
For context, we live in the same state and city as my grandparents, and we see them 2 to 3 times a month minimum.
What is so important about this barbecue? There's gonna be other barbecues, probably later in the month.
She told me a beer festival is not a good reason to blow off my grandparents, and that I need to reconsider my priorities. I told her I couldn't cancel, the house is booked, and the tickets are paid for. And I told her that if it was just our family and no friends going, that we'd forego the festival and come to the barbecue, but that I didn't think it was fair to our friends to cancel long-standing plans for a barbecue that we just found out about. Not to mention telling them that they'd either have to eat the cost of the tickets or find a different place to rent. I told my mom that if it was any other weekend or even Monday of the long weekend instead of Saturday, that we'd be there, and we aren't blowing them off. It's a scheduling conflict. But she disagrees and is still very pissed off at me. Am I the asshole?